Number 10 in book 2 is Gavotte, Lully Gavotte. We're going to start with a couple of previews and then we'll go to the beginning and talk about that. The first preview is measure 20. So this is our first trill that we have. And we're going to do what's called a measured trill. So I'm going to tell you exactly how many flicks to do. It'll sound like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then land on the B. You'll play your flick 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, land. 1, 2, 3, 4, land. I'll get into that. I'll start in the measure before. 1, 2, 3, 4, land. So that's your first task, is to get really good at your trill. You'll notice he comes back, exact same trill, at the very end of the piece, so you already know that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to shift. So we're going to go up into third position. I'll start in measure 21, and I'll show you exactly in 22 where we're going to shift. And these fingerings, I like to do these in third position, so they need to be changed from your book. So starting at 21. During that open E, shift up your hand and put your 1 where your 3 would normally go. And then back to a high 2 in first position. So let's first just practice those 4 notes in third position. So we've got to find this A. Check it with your open A to make sure it's in tune. And now we're going to do 1, 3, 2, 1. The pattern will look like this. Your 2 and your 3 are going to be right next door. Do that 1,000 times. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of that measure, 22, and get into the shift. That's another drill to do 1,000 times. Now we got to get out of the shift. So let's start on the shift, right on your 1, and then we're going to land on the last note, or the first note of the next measure, which is our first note back in first position. So you got to scoot your hand back into first position and land on that high 2. This is another drill to do 1,000 times. All right, let's put all of it together. I'm going to start in measure 22, and I'm going to play that whole measure, and then I'm going to stop on the first note of the next measure. And then you know the rest of these notes because they're all in first position. So I'm going to start for you in measure 21. Listen to this third position stuff. Spots you shift in the song. Now I'm going to start back at measure 20 so we can get 20 and 21 really good with the rhythm. So we're going to do our 1, 2, 3, 4 land with our trill. 1, 2, 3, 4 land. Down, down. Listen to that spot a few times. So, aside from that, we've just got the first section and the last section that are the same. So we're going to just take a look at the beginning. You already know all these notes. The really tricky part of this song is the middle part that we just tackled. So we're just going to take a look at one little measure. This is measure 8, 7, measure 7, high 3, and 4 next door. So practice that, make sure your 3 and your 4 are really in tune. Other than that, you should be totally set on this one. Number 10, Lully Gavotte.